Hey legends, I've just come back from Klaviyo's KSYD 2025 event in Sydney, their first ever event that they held in Australia. And I've got to say, it was one of the most practical, insight-heavy events I've ever been to in a while. Not to mention it was amazing to look at when we got there. But before I dive in about the event, let's clear something up that's been bugging myself, marketers and brands for years. How do you actually pronounce Klaviyo? Is it Klaviyo? Is it Klaviyo? So I thought, well, I'm going to go straight to the source. And I asked Klaviyo's co-founder, Ed Hallen, who was there. And I said, hey, we need to know, how do we actually say it? And here's what he told me.
Ed Hallen, co-founder of Klaviyo. Klaviyo. Klaviyo.
There you go. It's Klaviyo. Not Klaviyo. It's clay, like the stuff you do pottery with. Not that I do pottery, but I'm glad we've got that out of the way and we can all say it the right way from now on. Now let's get into the real takeaways. And what I've got is the big 5 insights that the speakers genuinely made me rethink how we're building brands right now. And the speakers were amazing. So key takeaway number 1, and this was with Ed Hallen, again, the co-founder of Klaviyo. The growth needs efficiency, not just hustle, which is super refreshing. The hustle lifestyle bugs me. Ed kicked things off by calling out the obvious. Times are tough, costs are up, and the customer's more selective than ever. So if you're still trying to grow by just doing more, then you're doing it wrong. With all the advent of AI, software and assistants we have out there, Ed focused on talking about making growth more efficient, not just louder. And that means building with tools that connect, automations that serve, and data that actually speaks to each other. So smart brands aren't throwing more dollars at problems, they're simplifying, refining, and focusing on what drives real outcomes, not just working for the sake of working. Growth through clarity, not chaos. I love that talk. Takeaway number 2, there we are. Trust is the new conversion rate. And this came from Consumer Pulse research and it was presented with Ed Hallen as well. And this is a stat that Ed shared that stuck with me, is that 84% of Australian consumers are cutting back on spending. We know that anecdotally, but 84% is a lot. But they're still buying, which is refreshing, from brands that they trust. And while 80% of customers want personalized first experience, only 12% of leaders feel confident that their businesses delivers that well. So there's a huge gap between customer expectations and what we feel we're delivering as brand and business leaders. So your customer doesn't care about your discount code. What they do care about is feeling seen, understood, and valued from the very first touch point. Trust doesn't just increase conversions, it's what makes people come back, share, and stay. And this is absolutely key. Takeaway number 3, retention isn't one size fits all. And this was from James Hurman. He's the co-founder of Tracksuit, and this guy was the most engaging speaker that I listened to. Now, James shared research that challenged a big myth, and it was something that I believed, and he challenged me on it, and that is that higher retention automatically leads to growth. And it turns out some of the fastest growing brands actually had lower retention rates. And I was like, really? Why? So James explained, because they focused on increasing the spend of retained customers, not just keeping everyone around. And this stat hit hard. So brands without loyalty programs grew more than 3 times faster than those with. That's brands without loyalty programs. So what do we do with that? Fundamentally, we just need to stop trying to keep everyone and start going deeper with the right ones. That was my key takeaway from that. Takeaway number 4, RFM is criminally underused. And this came from a Klaviyo product team session that I attended. So one of the most practical tools that came up again and again at KSYD was RFM segmentation. For those that don't know what RFM stands for, it's recency, frequency, monetary, and yet most brands aren't using it properly. RFM helps you pinpoint exactly who your best customers are, not just who bought, but who buys often and who spends big and who's starting to drift. So who are we potentially losing as a customer? Now what this does is allows us to build a better win-back flow, upgrade journeys for our VIPs, and create more relevant messaging across our customer base. Makes sense. The Klaviyo team walked through real use cases, and it was abundantly clear to me by the end of it that this is a low-hanging fruit for smarter lifecycle marketing. All right, now takeaway number 5. There it is there, 5. Own the relationship or stay exposed. Now, this is a key theme across all sessions, and I thought I'd leave this one till last because it sort of wraps up everything that was being presented that day. And it was a real common thread from just about every speaker was this. You've got to own your customer relationships. And I've been preaching this for years, which is the whole reason that we motivate people to take up email marketing. Whether it was Ed, the product leads, James, or the panel brands, everyone was saying the same thing. When you don't own the data, the channel, or the experience, you're building on someone else's land. You're playing in someone else's backyard, and they can dictate the rules and change the goalposts at any time they want. By owning the relationship, what that means is you have direct access. It means more profitable margins, and it means resilience when the market shifts like it has done lately. Whether it's email, SMS, or on-site data capturing through pixels, scripts, etc. This is about building your own ecosystem that serves your customers your way. Pretty profound, really. We all know it, but a lot of us don't do it properly. So look, a quick recap. KSID 2025 was amazing. It just ticked all the boxes. It's the best conference I've ever been to, and I've been to a lot. Key takeaway number one, growth comes from efficiency, not hustle. Number two, trust is now your best conversion strategy. Number three, retention should be selective and strategic. Number four, RFM is a lever most brands are ignoring. And the last one, if you don't own the relationship, you're playing someone else's game, or you're playing in someone else's backyard. Look, a huge thanks to the Klaviyo team and all the speakers. It was an amazing event. And if you want any help putting any of these insights into action, you know where you can find me, and I will talk to you all soon.